Hey friends, today we are going to be starting our final essay of the school year. Now, I know that you're probably going, what? We just finished reading a whole book and now we have to write a whole essay? Well, yes. One, I'm going to tell you why we are doing this. We are writing this essay because there will be an essay on the EOC, and I have to make sure you know how to appropriately respond to that essay. You only really get one day, and so I want you to go into that test and go, okay, I know how to write this essay. That means that this essay is the exact same format as the technology essay and the American Dream essay. That means you know how to already write this paper. I'm going to read you the prompt. As always, there are going to be two documents for you to choose from. With those two documents, you are going to come up with your three main points. By the end of today, you are going to send me your thesis statement. Your thesis statement is the three main things that you were arguing, and I need to know that those three main points can be supported by quotes from the documents. All right, let's take a look at the prompt. This prompt is all about you finding your dream job and your personality traits that are going to make you a good candidate for that job. Now, this is going to be easy because last year when you were a freshman, you spent quite a good deal of time thinking about what you want to be when you grow up. That's how you picked your academy. So even if your whole dream has changed and you've decided that you want to go to cosmetology school when you were actually in the construction trade, that's fine. Just pick whatever job you can envision yourself having 5, 10, 20 years from now, whatever you want. So here is the prompt. Congratulations, you have made the final round of interviews for your dream job. Your potential employer wants to test your written communication skills and learn more about your personality. Using a blend of two writing genres, expository and narrative, that means that you're going to be doing basically a research paper where you are putting in the direct quotes, and the narrative where you're telling your personal story, just like the last two essays. You are going to write the text that you would submit to your potential employer that explains why you are the best candidate for the job. Integrate and cite the material from the two sources available to you with your own thoughts or experience. So let's look here. Document 1 is called Why Understanding Personality is Important in the Workplace. These are not long documents. They're much shorter than they were for the technology unit. So scroll through here. It talks about different personalities. You got these lovely little bullet points. How nice is that? Document 2 is the same. It also has kind of like a list, which is really nice. This is called the personality traits that will get you hired. So look at this, a list. So as you're going through these, ask yourself if you have these skills or if your job would want that. So I'm looking at an independent thinker. I consider myself to be an independent thinker. Rather than asking somebody else how to do something, I will go above and beyond researching it on my own because I want to be able to figure it out by myself. So that is something that I would put on my job application. I am an independent thinker. I would then give a quote explaining how I'm an independent thinker. I might use this line right here. Some employees go along with everything the boss says without question. Those people may be good for an ego boost, but ultimately leaders need a team member who is willing to challenge the status quo if it's better for the business. I could put that in there, and then I'm going to give an anecdote explaining how I am an independent thinker and how that would be beneficial for my employer. You're going to do the same thing. Pick some of these traits. You need 3 total. That means you need to have 1 quote or from each article, 3 quotes total, and you are then going to determine what your personality traits are that are going to help you in your dream job. If you're getting stuck on this, please let me know. I want to be able to help you in any way possible. I want you to not procrastinate on this. This is going to be due before we go to spring break. So let's get it done so you don't have to think about this essay at all over break. That means you don't have to think about English at all over spring break. Yay. So this is going to be your exit ticket today. You're determining your big reasons and coming up with your thesis statement. If you go back to Canvas, I am clicking next. That'll take me to the exit ticket. This is going to be worth 10 points. That is anything that you turn in with this. Again, I'm just looking to make sure you have a thesis statement. If you turn a thesis statement into me, you will get 10 points. And for a lot of you, 10 points in the grade book out of 10 points is a really good deal. So go ahead, list the 3 main points you're going to argue in your essay. These points will need to be supported with the information from the documents. Write your points as a thesis statement. I have an example thesis statement here. I would be an effective, insert job title, teacher. I would be an effective teacher because I am an independent thinker. I am a team player, and I don't know, something else. I'm good at thinking on my feet. So let me know if you have questions. Read the 2 documents. Come up with your thesis statement. Okay, bye.